What's going on, everyone? This is Trevor here for RSG, and well, we're looking at a toilet bowl today. As you see, I'm in a bathroom. It's kind of echoey. Why are we looking at a toilet bowl today? Well, this is my favorite one I've ever used, and I think it'll save you a lot of money and also make you happy that you have one, and make you unhappy when you don't. So if you want to find out more about this Toto Washlet C110, well, take it as Toto Washlets in general, as maybe something just to look into. So if you want to find out more about this, why I'm even telling you about a toilet in the first place, you know what you need to do? You need to stick around. Alright, so why am I even telling you about a toilet in the first place? Well, some people that know I have to use these things a lot, and some other people do too. And I'll tell you, maybe you just don't feel comfortable with taking this and rubbing it onto you constantly. Maybe you'd rather have something sprayed off. Well, I got this thing called a Toto Washlet here that is a bidet and a toilet all in one. And guess what? The lid doesn't even slam. Look at that. I'll tell you, it's kind of funny though when you forget that the lids still slam when they're not one of these, because it's loud. But anyways, on to the review. So, I said this thing saves you money. How does this thing save you money? Well, go out to the store, buy yourself a big pack of toilet paper, and tell me how good you feel after that. And then think about when you're constantly using it and you know people are sitting there and pulling all the big old handfuls and you're like, oh man, we're out, we need to buy more, and it's like another $15, $10, $15 setback. Well, maybe you might want to start considering something like this. Now, we'll get into the up closes, but I'll tell you, this thing has been a lot more comfortable to use. Your days of having a cold seat don't exist because there's a heated seat, but although I will explain some issues with that, so we'll get into that a little bit later. And we'll have some up closes. I know you're sitting there going, I don't want up closes of your toilet. It's got to be nasty. Don't worry, I cleaned the living hell out of it before we did this. So overall, I just really want to get the word out to people how much, even though this whole setup, because you can't just buy the lid, as much as everyone may think that you can just buy the unit to go on it, I found out you actually need to buy a whole toilet itself. This is actually a Toto toilet. So you need to buy the whole bowl itself, and then on top of that, you have to have this. So it's almost like a $600 to $700 ordeal. But now you're going to have this multiple years. We've already been using it for about 3 years. So I have a lot of experience with it, so that's a good thing. But we've been using it for about 3 years, and this thing is saved a lot of money. And I can guarantee that if every one in the house was one of these, there would almost be a need to barely buy toilet paper. I would say you could probably get away with buying one pack of toilet paper maybe every 6 months, or maybe once every year even, depending on how you are. And I'm talking about, we have a messed up stomach family here. So this thing can really save a lot of money, especially in today's economy. So that's a big thing. Let's get into some up closes, and then we can talk about them a little bit in those up closes.
Getting right into it, as you see this elegant thing that has a plug sticking out of the wall going to your toilet, and you're going, wow, that's kind of weird. But remember, you do need to power the heated seat and the bidet part. Now, this is a whole Toto setup. You have to actually have the Toto toilet seat to go with it. I thought it was a universal kind of setup, but it's not. Now, in the event of a power outage, it's not the greatest toilet bowl to have, because some things can kind of get annoying, like the wand might be stuck out. So it can have some issues. But as you look here, you have the warnings. This is not the toilet seat you want when you're having a party over and people could pee all over the seat. It could cause some malfunctions. Now right here we have the wand, as we see, and now the wand is going to have the two front for the front spray that's kind of on the gentle side, and the back sprayer to really shove up the bunghole right there with some water and really get some nice clean action going on. And then we have the sensor to make sure that the bunghole sprayer does not turn on by itself, and also works for the energy saver for the heated seat, which has a problem I find, because it should have a temperature sensor, because I've found sometimes that it kind of gets a little cold when the energy saver is on and you need it. But now we hear this thing. This is how it's cleaning the wand, and as we hear it cleaning the wand, we see it's really not doing much on this end, but when it goes back in is when it will actually do more of a cleansing, as you'll see right here. Let's listen. And that would be the cleansing part of it going on. So now, going into the final things, I just wanted to mention how much you'll really save with this. You know, toilet paper is getting very expensive. This will make you very much use very little of toilet paper, and it is a lot more comfortable and enjoyable to actually use water than just keep scraping away at yourself with some harsh toilet paper, especially if it's cheap toilet paper. But now also another thing to note about this is that when that heated seat gets kind of warm, it gets really warm. So, yeah. Well, anyways, let's get on to the next part where you will see the controls, and I always reach for these darn controls even when I'm not at it. So we have the stop, the booty cleaning, the front cleaning, as you see it's kind of for women there, as they kind of indicate with the hair. And the pressure, you also have timers for what time to keep the energy saver on. You have your temperature, what temperature you want the water to come out, and of course you're cleaning on and off. Like I said, you'll keep reaching for this even on toilets that don't have it. So now we go to our final thing here. I hope you all like this Toto Washlet. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments below. Hit a like if you like this video. Share it out so people can know how good this Toto Washlet is, because I love it. I've been using it for multiple years now. And for all those who are going to keep watching my videos, I hope you subscribe. But hey, I'll see you next time.